Welcome, Aquarius, to your December 2024 reading, and thanks for tuning in. Merry Christmas to everyone who celebrates Christmas out there. We've come to the end of another year. Can you believe it? Now, for everyone who requested a mini reading, I did a whole nother chunk of them. So check out your notifications or whatever it is that alerts you to messages coming through, and you will see the link to your mini reading there. If you are still waiting for yours, please know that it is coming, and I will leave you that link. Now, for everyone else, I'm no longer offering mini readings, free ones, but if you would like one from me, I will do it for a donation. Now, the reason I'm doing that is because I'm noticing that a lot of people aren't even coming back and watching the free mini readings, and I'm putting a lot of energy and effort into it, and when people aren't watching it, it's wasting my time. So I feel like if you are interested, seriously interested, and you pay for it, then at least I know you'll come back and watch it. So I'll bump you up the list if you do decide to give a donation and pay for it. And but everyone else, you still will get yours, but I'm working through them slowly because there were so many. But let's get into this month's reading. Now, I'm using the Arthurian Tarot deck. I haven't used this one before, and some of the names are a little different to what you might see, but I'll give you the equivalent in a normal tarot deck. Now, right off the bat, you've got 3 knights. Now, that to me is no coincidence. I don't believe in coincidences. And when you see multiple knights coming through in a reading, there is a lot of energy here, a lot of movement of energy. And knights are sort of focused on action and getting things done. And, you know, if you think about the traditional imagery of a knight, particularly the Arthurian tarot deck, this is like King Arthur. That is the kind of thing that we're talking about here. Knights love a quest and they love to help people. And so I feel like there's a lot of stuff going on here for you, and you are really getting a lot of action. There's a lot of action going on here. And for you, Aquarius, it's a lot of swift kind of energy, and it's very decisive, and for you a little bit impulsive. You have 2 of the fastest moving knights here. You've got the Knight of Swords and the Knight of Wands. This is really go, go, go. Actually, the Knight of Swords is so swift. It's can be kind of like head spinning, head whirling kind of energy there. So just be careful about that. But this could also be to do with a relationship here. You've got the Knight of Cups right underneath it. And, you know, that is just, that you could be moving fast in terms of an emotional situation in your life as well. The Knight of Cups can often talk about that knight in shining armor that comes in and sort of sweeps you off your feet. So for some of you, there could really be a beautiful love relationship here, and you know, this could be happening quite quickly as well for a lot of you. But you know, this is a general reading, so these can also represent people in your life. I would normally read knights as the movement of energy, but because it's general, there could be a lot of people around you here. I mean, you have got the Page of Cups. And again, this can talk about a new loving relationship that is coming in for you quite swiftly. But this is a Pisces, a Scorpio, or a Cancer. fire sign here. I mean, they're all pretty much here. Fire is Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, and the swords are Aquarius, like yourself, Libra, or Gemini. So there could be a lot of people here around you, but a lot of movement in the way you feel, in the way you think, in your passions. There's shifting and changing energy here, particularly if you have been feeling stuck, because you've got the Eight of Swords, and this is that energy of you feeling trapped or stuck, and it could potentially be in a relationship for some of you. But often this is just an illusion. The Eight of Swords, traditionally you would see a figure standing surrounded by a ring of swords with their hands tied behind their back and their eyes blindfolded. But when you look closely, you can see that the blindfold is almost see-through. You can often see the eyes of the person right through them. So they're not actually blinded. They can see. And the ropes that tie them aren't even tied in a knot, so they can wriggle right out of them, take the blindfold off. And the gaps between the swords that are holding them or making them feel trapped are so large that they can just walk through. So often it's just a shift in our perception that can allow us to feel a little unstuck. Admittedly, this is just a minor arcana. So the difference between a minor and a major arcana, the minor arcanas aren't big life-changing events. They're kind of day-to-day kind of issues. So I'm not feeling this is too bad, but if you have been feeling stuck financially or within a relationship even, there is a way for you to shift that perception just by shifting the way you think or approach a certain situation. Now, you've got the Six of Wands here. What a great card. This is a card of victory. And this is a card of you being hailed by your peers. This is awards. This is promotions. This is you really sort of standing out and getting almost a pat on the back for your achievements here. And I feel like if it has something to do with your career, you've been putting a lot of energy and effort into making something grow or turning something that perhaps wasn't working very well into something quite fruitful. And I feel like if you have been doing that, if your energy, all of this movement of energy here has been focused on growing something and producing something wonderful, there is victory here. You will absolutely be rewarded for your efforts. Now, you've got the Ten of Pentacles here, and that's a great card of abundance. This is you having really focused on your wealth so much that you are not only producing for yourself, but you're producing for your family, your friends, and not only now, but for generations to come. So this is generational wealth here that you've been building. And I feel like if you're doing this, you could even be, things are happening so fast. It's right beneath that Knight of Wands, and this is that energy of racing in, being dramatic, being passionate, and you are really striving to set yourself up financially for the future. And like I said, for your family's future. Now, this can, for some of you, also talk about an inheritance. This can talk about, generational wealth that has already been built within your family. But often this is talking about you working towards something and you've actually achieved what you want, or certainly on track to achieve it, particularly with that Six of Wands there, that card of victory. Now, this, if you look here at the imagery, tarot cards have imagery on them for a reason. You see this Knight of Wands racing in towards that Grail Maiden, or that Page of Cups, and this can talk about love racing in here. So you might be finding someone that you want to kind of race in and rescue and save the day, or someone can actually be doing that to you as well. But this is beautiful messages. This is messages of hope, of love, of luck. You're getting really, really good news here. And if this isn't to do with a relationship for a lot of you, if you're already in an existing stable relationship, I do feel this can be related to your work, or a creative project, or a passion project, a business, something to do with that as well. But yeah, a lot of movement here. Now I'm going to get some clarifying cards out from the Mystical Tarot deck as well. I love this deck and I use it all the time. Yeah, look, wow. This is the card of, this is normally a marriage card. You've got the 7. Now, interesting, you've got 2 7s as well. You had the 7 of Pentacles, the 7 of Swords, and you've got the Judgment card there. Now, the 4 of Wands is a card of stability. It's a card of structure. It's a card of building a family, building a life, could potentially even be building a home here with someone. And I feel like you're thinking strategically. You've got the 7 of Swords here, and this is doing things outside of the box. So if you're striving to do something in a different way, I feel again there is success here for you, particularly if it's a relationship. You don't go to, you're not in a traditional relationship like a marriage that you go to church and you wear the white dress or the tuxedo, and that traditional imagery of what a marriage is. There could be an unusual kind of marriage, or you're doing things differently than the rest of society does it. Now, this is also a card of really thinking about the way you are proceeding to do something. There could be you might be doing something a little bit different that just hasn't been working, or isn't the right way about doing things. It doesn't serve you very well. And there's a wake-up call here. You've got that Judgment card, and this is that card of almost, it's pretty much a wake-up call. You're getting called. You're listening to and your intuition, your angels, your spirit guides. Something is telling you, okay, look at your situation, look at the way you're doing things. There might be a better way that serves you here. And this can be to do with building that home, building that relationship, building that business, whatever it is for you. But wow, I love it. Look at that. The Ace of Wands. Yeah, this is a new beginning here, a new passion project. And again, just to solidify that, you've got the Fool. This is a new journey here for you. And this is almost a bit of a leap of faith that you're going to have to take here as well. You're kind of being called in a way to say the path that you're on may not be the right one for you. And so you are really going to be deciding to shift and change and do things in a new way. And it's going to be quite adventurous and quite new and exciting. So I really love that for you as well. And the interesting thing is you have the Page of Cups twice. So in both decks. So again, this could be someone younger than you. This could be a new love interest for you. This could also just be just a lot of emotion and news that you're hearing. And this can also talk about just this wonderful new opportunity in love that comes in for you, that's quite passionate, that you are just going to have to take that leap of faith and go for it. Now, you could also be having a baby here, some of you. The Ace of Wands can often talk about the birth of a new baby. So you might be hearing about a baby that's due, a water sign here. But this can also be the birth of a metaphorical baby. Like if you're starting a new creative project, or you work in the arts and you're creating something, or you're building a business or that kind of thing. This is like your baby. You might be actually working on that, and you are going to be getting some really good news as well. Now, also in that lot, that just came out, then you have the Lovers card. So there is a choice here. And look, this could be a choice in love, but it could be just a choice in how you want to proceed in your relationship as well. But the Lovers is a really beautiful energy. And this is, if you're already in an existing relationship or you're married, this can just be the love of a really good friend as well, like a platonic relationship, something that comes into your life and changes the course of it forever. And it can also talk about the love of a new project, a business, something that you're putting a lot of love and energy into. But in the past, the Lovers card was called the Choice. So I feel like this is a big decision here for a lot of you to be making about which direction you may be wanting to go in here. I feel like with that Seven of Swords, you are reassessing a lot of your situation now. Now, this can also talk about a significant Gemini that's coming into your life as well. And you know what? You have another knight here. So you have all of the knights. Wands, Cups, Swords, and Pentacles. So, wow. Four of a kind. So a lot of thinking, a lot of movement, a lot of change and shift in many areas of your life. And I think when we come to the end of the year and we start a new year, we do reassess a lot of life, a lot of our decisions, a lot of the way things are going. But I like the Knight of Pentacles because this is progress forward, slow, steady, methodical, and there's no going back when it comes to this knight. The Knight of Wands, this is that racing in where angels fear to tread kind of energy. But the Knight of Pentacles is very stable, really, really lovely energy. And the last two cards that came out in that lot, you have the Temperance card and you have the Three of Swords. So Temperance is you melding and blending elements. And I feel like with all of these knights, with all of this movement of energy, you're doing a lot of this. You're taking your ideas, you're taking your passions, you're taking your finances and, what your emotional side of things are saying, and you're mixing them all together to get the results that you want. And, the Three of Swords here can often talk about a little bit of pain from the past, a little bit of heartbreak here that you are overcoming. And by taking all of these little bits and pieces together in the Temperance card, you are creating the future that you want, to go into in the next in the next year. But Temperance is quite a beautiful energy. And this does talk about patience as well. And it's interesting that the Knight of Pentacles sort of came out last with the Temperance card. That the Knight of Pentacles is that slow, the more slower moving energy. So if things aren't happening as quickly as you would like, don't panic. This asks for patience. You will achieve your goals. Now, let's get a final card from the Now I Understand Oracle deck. I usually only get one card, but a few have been coming out for other signs. So I take what? Whoa! I'm going to take Change, and I'm going to take Guide. I won't worry about the ones underneath that. I'm going to... Okay, so, Chance, sorry. A window of opportunity has presented itself with perfect timing. This is your lucky break. Wow, that's really interesting. I feel like this is very much connected with that Ace of Wands and also that Fool card. There is this brand new beginning. I think you're going to jump on it, whatever this is. And Guide, seek out a good friend or professional. Their wisdom will shine light on the subject. That's really interesting because I feel like there's a lot of people showing up here in terms of those knights, if they do represent a person. So if they do represent people, so you can maybe lean on those people to guide you there. So I hope that resonated with you. Please, if you'd like a reading, mini reading, don't forget, just small donation is all that's required. Leave a comment in the comment section with your question or what you'd like me to focus on. I'll film the video and I'll leave you the link in response to your comment so you can access it. So have a great month and I hope to see you next month. Bye.